I'm Irv Keller with Irv Keller Guide Service.
My name is Marty Clausen, and I have Marty Clausen Fishing Adventures.
I'm Bob Birch, and my guide service is Bob's Manitowish Guide Service.
My name is Bill Shear. I own We Tie It Fly Shop, Northern Adventures Guide Service.
My name is Harry Reed, and I'm the owner of Harry's Guide Service.
My name is Russ Smith, and it's Smitty Bait and Guide Service. Everybody calls me Smitty.
I'm Tom Swanson Guide Service.
Hi, I'm Dave Osborne, Little Lakes Guide Service.
I'm Jake Smith from Minocqua. We make the Smitty baits and Smitty Bait and Guide Service.
All guides are different. If you want to go crappie fishing, if you're up on vacation, if you want to go trophy fishing, if you fish maybe once or twice a year, and if you come up on vacation and you want to go fishing, my suggestion is to hire a guide, because what the guide can teach you about these lakes in a half a day or a day of fishing, you can use all through the rest of your life when you come up here fishing, and always be able to catch fish doing that.
But I think when you work with a guide and the guide can teach you just one little tip that will help you be successful, it's worth the money you're going to pay.
Well, I believe in teaching. I believe that everybody should learn something while they're with me.
People try to get a lot of things from guides, and that's okay. We try to teach them how to properly fish for, especially if it's walleye, how to fish for walleye, how to jig for walleye.
Pick out a guide that suits you and your personality and what you want to accomplish in your fishing, and use that to make your decision on hiring a guide.
And don't be afraid to ask questions about using your rods and reels and technique. And if he's a good guide, he'll help you along.
I love to guide for muskies. Muskies are my favorite fish. And it's probably the easiest fish to guide for, because people's expectations are not as high. But when you do get somebody to catch one, the expression on their face is just incredible. And I don't care if they've been fishing muskies for 15 years or it's the first day out.
Smallmouth bass, big trophy smallmouth bass, bar none, hands down. I come from tournament fishing for many years on the national tours, so the smallmouth, they just fight so hard, and they always bite, and they're always aggressive, and there's some very, very big fish up here.
I'm kind of a bass fisherman, although I've had to transform myself into a walleye fisherman up here because that's what everybody wants. But I fished in bass tournaments for years before that, and I'm a bass guy.
Oh, of course, since we manufacture muskie lures, one of my favorite fish to fish for, of course, is the muskellunge, which that's my all-time favorite fish.
I think I really enjoy fishing muskies. I love to fish for big muskies. My biggest muskie is 47 pound, and I just love to fish for trophy fish, whether it be muskies or walleyes.
Muskie is my favorite, definitely my favorite to go for. It's the thrill of, getting a big fish, or a muskie fishing, you even see a big fish, and sometimes that makes your day. So you don't always catch them, but you have to work for them, but it's very rewarding.
What is it about the area that I really appreciate is the beauty of it, and all the beautiful little lakes that we have, the pristine lakes that are still beautifully clear water lakes, and just the trees and everything else. It's just a beautiful place to be, and there is not another place like this in the whole world.
It's my true love. This is absolute God's country up here. Ever since I first discovered it when I was 18 years old, I could not stay away. It's so beautiful up here, and the water's so clean. It's an amazing, amazing place.
There's an unlimited amount of fly fishing. I consider this region to be the most diverse freshwater fishery in the world in such a small geographic area. We have 15,000 lakes. We've got 5,000 miles of trout stream, 3,000 miles of warm water stream, and 125 miles of coastline on the world's largest inland ocean, Lake Superior. And it's all within an hour and a half of Boulder Junction. It's an incredible fishery.
And I just love being on the water. Why would you not like being on the water every day? The scenery changes, the weather changes, you get different people in your boat. I just love being on the water.
The sheer beauty of the lakes, the forest, the animals, and the great fishing. I just love it up here. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
The thing I like about it most, I think, is that you can travel 10 minutes in any direction and find another lake to fish on.
Well, there's so many bodies of water up here that no matter what the weather is, really, if you want to fish, you can fish. There's small lakes, big lakes, they all got fish in them, but you can always get out on a lake normally unless you have thunder and lightning.
Perfect day in Boulder Junction for me is just to see the town busy and see things happening and people communing, and that's what I like to see in town. Of course, my real passion is to get out of town and spend the day on the back country lakes.
Fly fishing to me is everything. It's not about catching the biggest fish or the most fish. It's about the enjoyment of fishing and the opportunity to be in the outdoors and to really just see nature the way nature was intended to be seen, to live and to fish and to communicate with the natural world in a pace that's way different than what we see in today's society.
What keeps me going season after season is that I really enjoy what I'm doing and I like people.
Well, when I get up in the morning and my feet hit the floor, I'm not upset about what I have to do for the day. I love what I do. I've heard every excuse in the world why people don't want to go to work, and I love to go to work.
I try to fish every day and get out. It's something I enjoy. It's not just the guiding part of it, but I like to go fishing and learning new spots, exploring, and just being out there.
Fishing has meant to me just a way to truly relax and get your mind off of all the things that are going on in the world, and where you're concentrating on your next cast or retrieve, slowing your retrieve down because you know there's a bass out there waiting to strike on your lure. It's an escape from the real world, I guess.
I love fishing. It's become an obsession. It's not just something I love to do. I'm absolutely obsessed with it.
This area is heaven. Are you kidding? Why does everybody in the world want to come to northern Wisconsin? This is the best place on earth. There's not very many people. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has an unlimited variety of outdoor things to do, whether you want to be on a beach with other people or whether you want to be in some secluded spot that maybe less than a dozen people have gone to all year. We have those places in abundance all around here. It's easy to find them.
I sure appreciate all the people coming to Boulder Junction and spending their summers and their vacations here, and it's just a pleasure to take people out and meet new people every year, and I hope they all appreciate the guides that are up here, and I hope they all come back and do it again.